Rish Tzadik Ches. Every minig is like Maim Shein Lamsov. Every mitzvah chachomim.
Every detail.
So you can't stop finding more makoides and more reasons. Every
Mitzvah.
so basically, the says yesterday we did the Gemara, but there's also Gemara in Psochim. The Gemara says that when it got dark, so one mission said maybe it was because of my chait, and maybe the Nochash is not going to come and kill me. So he got very worried.
Friday? When you got dark the first time, Friday?
It's not clear that it ever got dark that Friday. It was like there was oil.
It was a long
Lamed Vav
night.
Shos, that was Shimish the oil. And Motzei Shabbos it got dark, and he started to get very worried. And the Gemara says that the Eibush gave him Deya, a special Deya, that he took 2 rocks and he knocked one against the other, and there was fire. So we see it's the Eibush had to give him special Deya. Chochmah, like people said yesterday. How did he know to hit 2 rocks? Because Takazoi, the Eibush gave him a special Deya. If you think about this, the first inventions that happen, once a certain invention happens, and now more chidushim, but the first person that came up with certain inventions is like
fire,
the fire is that the Gemara says David gave him a special day. So this is one of the main reasons why we say Bayram Eish. That's why the Go'onim say there's a minhag to look at the nails. Why the nails? Because it says in Pirkei Rabbi Elazar that, and this minhag of nails is also brought in the Zohar HaKodesh, that you should look at the nails. What's the inyan of the nails? Because that we say the Go'onim that the nails was a person had a protection of nails in his whole body. Came along the Chet Tzadas and he lost his whole protection against his body. And when he hit the 2 rocks, what did he see? He only saw that he was left with these nails. The skin of the person, if you learn today Tanya, is Mishche de Chivya. What's the problem? Mishche de Chivya?
Snake.
It's always coming off.
A
snake. Yeah.
Constantly comes off.
So Ibazoi,
it's klippe.
It's klippe. It's in of klippes neuge by Yid. It's not shalish klippe. It's klippe. And a person has to be mahapach the klippe. A person has to realize that the Alter Rebbe said that he has the chance to take the neshama and take it out from a golus, just like a person that takes the Ben HaMelech out of the jail. That's today's Tanya. So we say that he had nails on his whole body, and then afterwards he got skin, like the Nochash got skin. The only place where he was left with the nails was fingers. So that's one of the reasons that we look at the nails. There's another dozen reasons.
He said it was a
You're right. Yesterday we said Simon Bracha, which some Goinim say, and the Rebbe brings in the Rishimas a beautiful thing that he found. One of the Goinim. We have a minhag that we have it like the Zohar says, like this. The Zohar says to put in the goidel and to go like this, but that's it. But others say to go like this. So we want to be pashas, we want to be yoitza bolshita. So that's why we go like this and like this. But
never with the thumb?
No, not with the thumb.
Why is that?
Thumb is only to go like this.
No, why not on the thumb? I don't know. I didn't get there. I don't know. It's a good question.
I'm just saying because they say someone once told me that you're supposed to keep your thumbs covered when you're down in Shemona Esrei because the thumbs are marumas to gvura.
That's why
You hear such a thing?
No, it's in the Gemara Brachot. That's one of the Amoraim. He used to hold his hands like this with the left
One on top of
fist, the right hand fist from top to left fist to the thumb inside the left fist.
Because it's gvura? Does it say why?
I thought
Not in the thumb.
right.
the telephone, when you want to say something good, you go like this. Right, there's a button that you press when you're sending something. Go thumb up.
Didn't get up to it in Brachot yet.
We did, but way past
Why
that.
thumb up?
By the push-up shot is because that's the way that was respectful to stand in front of a melech. Okay. So Ibazoi, the Rebbe brings from one of the Goinim that the pshat, the pashas is a pshora. between the Zohar. But the Rebbe brings from one of the Goinim that the pshat is that my hands were tied, I couldn't do malacha, and now I could do malacha. I couldn't do malacha, now I could do malacha. That's a pshat.
I
couldn't do malacha, now I could do malacha.
That's interesting.
That's what the Rebbe brings from some of the Goinim.
Yeah, but according to that, the one that holds that you do one or the other, it's not the same time.
Good, it's an extra time.
Why
Why do we do
One
both?
is to emphasize that we couldn't. You're saying one is to
Yeah.
emphasize that we can.
Yeah. It doesn't take away the thing of the Tzipurnayim, what the Zohar says, and as a Shaykhas, with the Pirkei der Beleza and the Gemara Psachim, that the Adam Rishon was scared that the world got dark, and Nebusha gave him Deya, and he hit 2 rocks, and then he saw that his whole goof had only skin, and only the nails that had, the Kedusha Dik nails that he had in the whole goof is now only here. All that's still true.
Women don't do it.
Oh, so there's a big shackle of atari if women do it.
Well, they always do it. So they always do
is
it.
because of them. So.
Right.
They always look at their nails. So maybe now
It's nothing special.
they'll know what the nails look like, even if it's pitch dark.
So, because what's the reason why we push up? We look at the nails like this. Because
They get hung
Gemara
off from
says,
the light.
right? How much I know? To be able the difference from one coin to another coin. So the difference between the nail and the skin. So, but if you're always looking at the nails, I don't know.
Imagine the women like the Shabbos, so I have to do my nails. You know?
Also, the funny thing is that
if they do my nails, you know, the Chachamim say you don't have to do it.
Exactly. Also, because the Chava was the one who caused the Esadat, the whole thing.
The whole nails.
Yeah, and they're not supposed to walk over nails.
Right.
So I don't know how. I'm not just saying maybe there's a shaykhs to that. That's why they don't look at the nails, and also they grow their nails more.
Yeah.
They don't. Men cut it. Women like the nail. Well, not from ladies, but
Certain level.
certainly.
But I saw tonight the Bavadi Yosef's son, the Rav today in Eretz Yisrael. Right, so he says no. He says that the Sfardim are noig, that the women should,
Wow.
because I would expect that the Sfardim would be the first one to, He says no, the Sfardim are noig, that the women. So basically,
No, that the women what? Cut the nails?
no, that they look at the nails. The Motzah Shabbos, about
I guess they figure if the husband's already looking at his nails, well, it's Yotzei Gevurah. Because they know that men don't usually look at their nails.
Right.
So if he is, so they know it's good, that the age is good. Well, they don't make a brave minhag b'samim either, do they? When our minhag is that the shayim make both brachas, borei minhag b'samim and borei b'reish. Do women do it?
I don't know. It's not clear to me. As I said yesterday, we saw that the Mishnah Berurah has a big taina on those that make bracha. The Beisel says it's a horev hamadas melech. I don't know what the minhag Chabad is. It's a
The Gabi Nosher.
Lagabi Gevarim also. What's the minhag Chabad? Is it horev hamadas melech who makes the bracha and everyone listens, or is it that everyone makes their own bracha? I don't know.
What did the Alter Rebbe say?
The Alter Rebbe says pretty clearly that has to be Rebbe Madas Melech. He gives 2 reasons for it. 2 reasons. There's no kviyas. Alter Rebbe gives 2 reasons. One is Ne'er Lech and Ne'er Lameya, so it's very kavua. And number 2 is they're doing a mitzvah. So that's a minyan that the 10 yidden get together and 8 yidden get together a mitzvah.
Even though they're standing and not sitting.
Even though they're standing and not sitting. Forget, the Alter Rebbe gives 2 reasons why one should make the bracha and should be Rebbe Madas Melech. But I don't know what.
Did the Rebbe make the bracha bring him for himself?
The Rebbe made it. Good, but
That's why, maybe that's
he
when
made
it
also
started.
Havdalah. He made everything.
Not in 770. The person that was making it was.
Oh, but then the Rebbe wasn't Yotzei altogether.
Oh.
The Rebbe wasn't Yotzei altogether.
There are times you see that the Rebbe's smelling the besamim.
Without making Havdalah?
No, if they're making Havdalah of him, you see he was smelling it. Did he make
Right,
the bracha?
no, he wasn't
Did he make
smelling
the bracha?
something. Nah, you remember those years.
Not Oesh.
Nothing.
Like if
Oh, but he did sometimes.
No.
No.
We did that way.
What do you mean?
When the Rebbe himself makes
And when he made himself Havdalah.
Oh.
He never saw,
Let's say
like in
Sukkot.
those times,
Oh.
Sukkot, for example,
Sukkot,
that Keller used to make
So-
in the back in the
Remember that.
Sukkah. Yeah, you remember that, right? Yeah, so the Rebbe didn't smell the psalm.
Oh.
So he can't bring a knife.
Sukkot בכלל זה לא פסמים אינו candle, so you can bring the guy.
Oh, there could be. So it's an interesting story. Okay, yeah. Let's just want to read to you from the Zohar. The Zohar says Tufre bon kaime the chafen labar, and that v'izbun rosen le'ina charshin. There's a secret in the Parnaim for the machashrin, the mestakle beturfi, that they know to do kishiv. However, so when it comes to Matzah Shabbos, he says that you should v'izbo. However, izbo simona tova leila barnash buhutz. There's a simon tov v'atzliach bo zimna.
What if he not still about the week, the coming week?
Yeah, there's a simon tov. Okay,
For
so for looking at the nails, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so let's start the simon. Simon rechatz din ner havdalah wechav halav seifim. Tzarech levara bar mareish v'chol matzah Shabbos l'arnesh im yesh loy. Every matzah Shabbos you make bar mareish. Only if you have a candle. Al lemeila you don't have a candle. In tzarech lachzar chalav, it doesn't have to run after it. K'derech shetzarech lachzar achashar mitzvahs, like you have to run after all other mitzvahs. L'fishal l'tiknu bracha zu elo l'zeicha shenivrar b'matzah Shabbos. Because the takon of this bracha is only to commemorate that the light was created Matzah Shabbos, like the Gemara in Pesachim that we just spoke about. Adam Arishan took two rocks and he hit one against the other, and light came out of it. Even though you don't make a bracha and all other things at the time of creation, the light was also to use in Shabbos. It's mutar b'motzei Shabbos. That is a kilo nivre atam mechodesh. It's as if now it was created anew. And we make a bracha in the time of the b'riya. Okay, it's interesting. The Alter Rebbe Gilu, all the Rishonim see it as two separate reasons. The way the Alter Rebbe says it, Gilu, it's one reason. That there's one reason. The reason is Elamai. Why don't we do a zeicher for the lions that were created on Thursday, and why don't we make a zeicher for everything else? Yeah. So because over here every Shabbos it's also to use, and Matzah Shabbos and to use. It's as if it was created all over again. So therefore, we do a Matzah Shabbos.
It's a new light.
Yeah.
That's the concept. A new light.
Yeah. It's interesting because Chassidus uses so much this mashal of Evan, this flintstone, that it could be in the Mayim for so many years.
Thousands of years.
And then you hit it and comes a fire, and it's like a mashal for Esesviris Agnuzis. That there's such a thing of it's here, but it's gonus. It's Esesviris, but they're Agnuzis. And same thing you say by a person, that there is koyches and nefesh which are gluyas, and there's gnuzas. They're very koyach ayuli. It's like something which is it's present, but you don't like the fire that's in the rock. Etzem, every Yid has a fire of kedusha. Alamai amol, it could be in a rock and it feels hard and it's cold. It could be in the ocean for many years. But I'm gonna get that knack. Kommt da raus a fire. Kommt da raus a fire. That's in Bala Tshuva. So that's how that. Adam Rishon was very worried. He said he made choshech. So they said nish geferlich. Yisan ha'or abo metoicha choshech. So that was a special day that the Eibush gave to Adam Rishon Matzah Shabbos. That he figured out that there is take there is or, take there is choshech. But there's yisan ha'or abo metoicha choshech. That the bigger light is when the light comes from the darkness. A Baal Tshuva is bigger than a tzaddik that is dark, and that's one of the reasons that the Gaonim that's brought in the Tur, that they say that the pshat is that when you go like this, you make choshech, right? If you go like this, look with your hand. You make choshech.
You choshech in the
in your palm.
Right.
They say you make choshech, and then when you open up your hand, it's oir. So that's to bevise, to show that he was worried about the choshech, and then it became oir. It's one of the goyim. It's brought in the Beis Yosef. So in other words, he thought that there was choshech, and then he realized that yisan oir metoicha choshech. he realized that there is a certain maila that Rahman al there's a choshech in our life, and then we do tshuva and adarabah. The oil that comes from this choshech is a stronger oil. Okay, Siv base. When is it that you don't have to go after it only for Matzah Shabbos? I'm going to say Yom Kippur. When it comes after Yom Kippur, even when it's the middle of the week. Some say that when it comes after Yom Kippur, you're obligated to try to get a candle. Because that's part of the Bichas Havdalah. This day is unique from all other Yom Tov. Because usually in Yom Tov, you could do fire because you're allowed to do Echel Nefesh. But in this Yom Tov, it's different. The special Kedusha that in Yom Kippur over all other Yom Tovim is that you can't do any bishul. So you can't use any fire. Good. So we have Matzah Shabbos, you have fire Matzah Yom Kippur. Some say Matzah Yom Kippur is even more important than Matzah Shabbos. It's funny because yesterday I was saying from the Ramban that it says at least Mesvor and not Bedin, just the opposite. The Matzah Shabbos, he says, is 2 miles. You need to have a fire Matzah Shabbos L'Zeicha that was created, and also he says because now it's the time to have enough from it.
Yeah, okay.
And it's just like every morning after it's dark all night, so you make the Bicha Baruch Yotzei Ma'oris. Every Shabbos you can't use fire, so the Ramban says, oh, now you can use fire. So now you make a Baruch.
But we see from the Aloch here, no, Dafka.
He said, but Yom Kippur is only one thing. It was Esther, but not that it was created. But we see now that the Rosh holds Faket. The Rosh holds. I'm not saying there's a contradiction, and you could, but I'm just pointing out the Rosh is a kapan la'aloche different than what we spoke yesterday from the Ramban. The Rosh says Shabbos, when it comes to Matzah Shabbos, if you have fire, make by the Maresh. You don't have fire, you have to run after it. But Yom Kippur, you have to run after it. This is mamash a chelik of the Havdalah.
You're not really mechuyev to run after it, light, if you like, light and Missani, if you don't have it. You're not
Right,
but
but the Rosh says Matzah Yom Kippur, you are mechuyev to run after it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Rosh says Matzah Yom Kippur, you're mechuyev.
It's a different reason. It's a Havdalah these days and move them from all days. That's the idea here.
It's interesting. I found there an interesting debate, back and forth, mainly in the Kovetz Palme Yaakov. That's from Kollel and Bnei Brak. So apparently, there's a big machloikis in the Gros says that you're supposed to first look at your fingers, at your layel. You're supposed to first be nana from the fire,
And then make the ball.
and after that you make the bracha.
And we do that.
Like doing with the Shabbos candles.
Huh? Right.
Instead of Shabbos candles, where they cover their eyes, make the bracha, then they get on.
Right.
No, the color they shouldn't get annoyed.
No, that's what he's saying. The opposite from the right. He's saying
They get on. Make the bracha, then they get
right.
on.
He's here. The Gros says no. The Gros says the first you make the bracha, and then you're nana. I'm sorry. First, I'm sorry to forget. The Gros says first you're nana, and then you make the bracha.
We know that you're supposed to first make the bracha before you get on.
Oh, so that l'chayda would be totally in the shaila.
Like any drink something.
Oh, it is right.
You don't drink.
That would be l'chayda totally in the shaila. We just spoke about the difference of their approach, or the Ramban and the Rosh, to why we're doing the bracha bar ma'esh. The Ramban says just like every morning after night. It was dark, so in the morning you enjoy the light. So Yotzei Ma'oris, Matzah Shabbos, you're not allowed. But fire you could do 24 hours a day.
Right.
So there's never. But Shabbos you're not allowed to have fire. So Matzah Shabbos you make a bracha to thank the Eibusher for the fire. So it's sort of a bichas hanenin, a shtickle bichas hanenin. So it makes sense. First you should make the bracha, and then you should be nen. But if you say
Why? Because
if it's bichas hanenin, right? He says it's similar to bichas hanenin. He says why do you make it only once a week? Because all week you could have fire, but Shabbos is 24 hours. You can't have fire.
you can have fire, you just can't make fire.
Okay, so you can't. So you have that thing that holds you back. You can't make fire, and now you could make fire. So it's Gila Psadova Chodesh over here. So now you're making a bracha for the Hanoah of the ability to make fire.
No, but why would you first get Hanoah? What is the Ksushtel?
I'm saying, so it sounds from the Rabban, it's like drinking water. I have to make first shahakal, then I drink water.
No, the one that holds you first get Hanoah.
No, I'm saying the one that holds
You get
that the first you should make Bodem and then you should look on your finger.
yeah, that's
That
right.
it sounds like the Ramban, because you're going to first make the bracha and then have the pleasure.
Right.
But if you say it has nothing to do with pleasure, it's Inyan, just to commemorate from Adon Marishan. Just to commemorate the Inyan of Adon Marishan. So first you make the Zeicher of Adon Marishan and then you make the bracha on it.
Then why do you have to make a bracha? It's a zecher v'alma, it's not a noise.
Okay, fine. So, Chazalim geheißen that you should make a Zeicher, make a bracha for the Zeicher.
Listen, a lot of mitzvahs we have that are zechers, and we still do make the bracha first.
Like,
Megillah.
good, but there's a mitzvah to read Megillah.
Okay, but we also have in mind by the Shechianu Ma'is of the
Right.
mitzvahs.
Yeah,
Don't
we
do the
have
mitzvahs first, give Shalach Manas, give Mataras of Yonah, and then say, okay, now make a bracha, make a bracha.
Okay, so you have a good time.
Where do you find that?
Okay, you know
don't
what?
find it anywhere.
Okay, I just have to defend the Alter Rebbe here, because
Yes.
the Alter Rebbe is
Okay,
the
but
one
I
who
just-
says. The Alter Rebbe says, look in the Siddur. Bebirchas boire mare eish, yabit bedal that's tzipornov, vehene yik fulfim ala goydel, v'lo yira goydel, and then where's the lotion here?
What do you say? What are we covering the Godel?
I don't know. I said maybe because it's Guratik.
No, they said one reason because now I could see.
Yeah, so why is it, what's the difference?
No, here. I'm sorry. It's up here. Shaz bichel boire mare b'samim tzara lechas hakoyz b'smoile. B'samim b'minim. Shaz bichel boire mare eish. Okay, so here is Shaz bichel boire mare eish tzarich lechas hakoyz b'yiminoi.
Oh, yeah.
Ve'achekach, b'shas abrochi is holding goes b'mina. Ve'achekach yabed b'tzipernayim. Hastes that he's not
First
being
you make
mabed
the bracha.
b'tzipernayim, which is the bracha, right?
First you make the bracha.
First you make the
and then-
bracha, and then you mabed b'tzipernayim. So forget. So you masking with the Alter Rebbe is good. So what's the problem? So why should I? Here they bring a whole thing that a Moshe is ma'oder to the Olam. That the minig Olam is that they make boire ma'oder yo'esh, and then they look at the fingers. They say, "It's kegen the gra." Here they bring over here psashtiku. Matzos lanochen lahatek tshuvas ma'oder v'raver v'gon to Moshe Feinstein. Bechoveres arboim v'koil sheyosed beis medesh l'toyre v'rov azel l'shoynoi ike b'bichas boire ma'oder kaminig Olam lavorach.
The bracha tchila and then
It says Sarachin Godel, Aminik Shalon, Lavorach Tchil Vachich Listakel. Why is it done that way? But Takaponim, the Alter Rebbe is mashma that that's the way you do. Okay, so if you understand it, that's good. If you
what we
understand-
said before, what we cover in the Godel, to see Dafka 4.
I don't know why we covered it.
Or the Choshech.
One of the reasons is Choshech,
Choshech.
and then becomes Oir. And the other reason that Rebbe says my hands were tied. I couldn't do malacha. My hands were tied.
So this thing.
My hands were tied,
Yeah.
and then now I could do malacha. My hands are untied.
No, but what has to do with the finger?
Ich weiß nicht. Why the Geudel in, weiß ich nicht. We'll try to find the reason. Mitzvah next week, hopefully we'll know.
Also, you know, you want to start the week with Achdus. These four fingers are together. This one's separate, so we join it together.
Okay.
There's no way you could see your. There's no way you could see your. If you go like this, you can't see the nail from your egodel. What is this called? The egodel?
Gudal.
Gudal. You can't see the thing, so we cover it so that it should be embarrassed. Maybe. No, I'm saying can't sign. Like you cover the palace, so it should be embarrassed from this.
Something else.
You go like.
No, because they're not
It's
going to
something
use
else.
him.
Here, you can't. He feels bad. You're not.
You're not
You're
using
not
him for the
using
mitzvah.
So you cover
You're
him
hiding
up. You
him.
show him that we have Rachmanos on his busha.
Okay. Okay.
So my Rabbi says it,
No, it's not. It's a teretz that's in the Shulchan Aruch. You can't call something in the
No, it
Shulchan Aruch
doesn't.
balabatish.
He doesn't say.
No, but
like
I'm
else.
saying that he realizes you just learned Hilchas Kiddush. So now you're in Hilchas of Havdalah. You didn't forget halacha that you're not supposed to embarrass the Chalas. If you're not supposed to embarrass the Chalas, so you're not supposed to embarrass your thumb.
Why can't the balabatish
You do-
svara be a good svara?
No. It could or it can't, but I don't want it to be called a balabatish svara. We already. It's like Rashi expects you to remember Midrashim. So here, the Alter Rebbe expects you to remember a few simonim before when we learned in Havdalah. If a chal can't be misvayish, you're doing a mitzvah with 4 fingers, and 1 finger is going to be embarrassed.
Why this finger would be embarrassed? Because you can.
Because
you're
you
not
can't see
using
it.
it.
You can't see it when you go like this.
You go like this, you see it.
No, but it's in and out. We're supposed to show that we can do malacha.
Okay.
So now you're not. This isn't showing it. You s-
Something. I don't see why.
How do you see it? You can see yours. I don't know. Can you see yours when you go like this?
Oh, like this? No, I can't.
You can't.
In fact, I can't.
Can't see it. You could turn it over, but that's already like a.
Not when you lose something, you go always with this finger.
Good, but like
So
this.
now we don't.
If I go like this, I can't see the other nail.
Can't see it.
Okay.
When you upset somebody, is that you get a fucking noise. Like where does this come from?
You go, and if you don't like something, you go like this.
Right, down.
I'll see if I find another reason this week. Otherwise,
Yeah, do a Google search in the.
I did.
Oh, it's a
That's
chachma.
amazing. Everything I have tonight. What do you
Finger
think?
will come out.
But I'm gonna put for the goydel. We'll see if we find. It's amazing. Today you find everything. You do a
Thumbs
search.
up is like a sign of good, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, we have here clear l'chayda from the Alter Rebbe that you make first the bracha boide meyode o eish, and then
You looking at
you look, because again the Gemara says that you have to be market between one matbeh and the other matbeh, and we want to see the difference between the
Skin
nails
and
and the skin. Yeah, okay. And as we said, the Rebbe many reasons why we're koifif and then poishit. But one is what the Rebbe brings, that our hands were tied, and now it's mutter malacha. And Sefalef Abayz is that it's not a chiv to run after it, but Motzi Yom Kippur, the Rosh holds that it is a chiv to run after it. Siv Gimel, Mishain Lo Kois Lavdal, page Shen Chafei.
Okay.
Mishain Lo Kois Lavdal, Tzorech Lavarach Alar Miyad Shiroya. If he doesn't have wine for Havdalah, so right when he has the fire, he doesn't wait for later. When he has psalmim, he makes the bracha right away. The best way to do the mitzvah is to get a avuka that has many eitzim, and a lot of fires. Why? We pass like this hill. We make which is plural. Even if you only have one candle, you make the bracha bar mareish. Shahar begvonim yesh boyer. It's still shaykh to say plural because there's a lot of colors in the fire. Shalhavas aduma lavona v'yerakrekes, that there is several colors. If the nesh shemen has a lot of wicks, that's considered avuka. If the 2 wicks are coming out of one side, that's considered. This is all considered avuka. Two separate candles, but you put it close together until the flame jumps into each other. Zavuka, that's called a flame. There is a ribuy of moedas that come together. The lights are not glued together. Every candle is a separate. Even if they're very close, I don't care. They're not one fire. Unless he weaves them together. Beis neder shel shayva ze al gabe ze also neder echad shas dinim kavuka, then it has a din of avuka. Even if the fires are not connected. Because the wax or you weave it together and it becomes like one. They're not considered separate, they're considered one thing. So you have a choice. Either you put together two candles and the flame become one, or you weave together two candles, even if the flame are separate, but at least that the candles you weave together, and we have alamilas, we weave it together, and not only two, we do many more.
We do shava.
And we do shaiva with alamilas. Okay.
Even though it doesn't say anything. Where does
He says it, no, soon he's going to say it. Beeswax. Not to use fire from the wood that it has a bad smell. When it comes to Matzah Shabbos, we have to bring back, and because there's an extra neshama, so if you bring it with a good smell, so you shouldn't introduce a bad smell to the house. Good. They do something unique for a neder shel shaiva. The truth is, Stev Shabbos also have a good smell. Not to mal nedis, not from eitzim. Agav, there is a minig which is not a minig Chabad, that everybody says in the Shema is not minig Chabad, but there is a minig that people, they smell. They smell
after it's out.
After it's out, yeah. There is such a minig.
It's good for memories.
Oh, a Mazeh should do it, even if it's not a minig Chabad.
If you remember from week to week, it's a sign that he's walking.
But it's Taka, that's why they do it?
That's what I heard.
Many people, even from Lubavitchers do it.
Lubavitchers do it, yeah.
The Rav said it's not Minach Chabad. But Lubavitchers do it. You know.
Yeah.
All this monogamy, you can't go wrong.
It's a mother minute though. Like, why should you want to smell something that's...
It's fire.
It's hard. No, it's not the fire, it's like it's a terrible smell.
Right.
What's the Indian? It's like, it doesn't seem normal. Unless you do Sigufim.
There's so many beautiful minhagim around Havdalah.
Yes. When they put the
wash the
on
thing.
the eyes, they say everyone has all kinds of psukim.
It's a where did they get Havdalah?
The Rebbe said something, right?
They say that Rebbe said some posuk, yeah. But it's amazing that around Havdalah there's so many beautiful minhagim. I think the Pasha is because the whole Kedusha of Shabbos, the Nakuda is to bring it into the rest of the week. So that's why there's a lot.
Start by a ceremony, not
right,
just.
Yeah, it's a lot of simonim tovim that we want to do around Havdalah.
And also because they used to, for most of the thousands of years ago, they were going back into the jungle.
Right, exactly.
They were afraid.
Exactly.
They tried to do all kinds of things, to make them, that it wasn't really going to happen. They didn't have to go back into the jungle, into the frying pan.
Yeah. We also have our nisyonis.
Yeah, 100%. I'm saying that Golos is Golos.
Golos is not easy.
Golos is Golos.
And to dip the finger in the plate and put it in the pocket.
Yeah, that's as good as gula for shmulek.
Yeah. It should be a good school for all of us.
Yeah, if people get a lot of stains in the begodim, it's a good gula for your parnasa.
Well, then they should go on top of the pockets.
I told you the guy he took the whole plate, put it in his pocket in his shirt. Because he really has difficult parnasa. I told him, guarantee for me gula is for sure. For you, not no.
You don't want your customers to see that you can't get certain stains out.
No, when you come out, it's no problem.
Yeah?
Once I was in Borbak by a pussy, and he filled with the Havdalah, and he wanted to make sure that he spilled from the cup to the plate, from the plate to the floor. Like you're making your wife nervous for no reason. No, it's a skula for something. It's every little detail.
It is. When it falls out, the Gemara says it's a good sign.
But he like, I saw him purpose, make it flow on the floor. Usually you put the plate right.
Right.
No.
Okay. Siv hey. Siv hey. Imein lo yavuka al koponim yesh lo mitzvah mufka lahadlik ner acher lavdalah. He doesn't have a avuka. He should try to light a dedicated candle for Havdalah. Chutz men neram yuchat lo arba bayis. Besides the house candle that's there to light up the house. there's a special union to have a dedicated candle. It's not Medina de Gemara. Medina de Gemara, as long as you didn't do an Aveda with it, it's fine. And as long as it's Deir Lahoyer es Abayis, it's fine. But a special mitzvah min hamuvcha to have a dedicated candle for it. Miev shlakarim kolkach ze eitzel ze achiyu eresem edubokim yachid. Unless he has a candle in the house and he has another dedicated candle, he'll put it next to it. It's also good. Has to be that he could now have a certain hanoah from it. We pass that you have to have a certain hanoah. How much hanoah do you have to have from this light on Motzei Shabbos in order to make a bracha? It has to be kol kach l'shtamish loyde at sheyuchel lahaker loyde be matbei medina zoy matbei medina cheres, to be able to tell the difference of the matbei of this medina and that medina, which is a pretty strong light if you think of it, l'choyda, because matbeias they feel almost the same, so you have to see the difference.
See the difference, right?
You have to see the difference. You have to have a pretty good light.
Not just a small spark.
Yeah.
Light.
Yeah. Not the strongest, but it's a certain. I mean, how would you know the difference between a penny, an American penny, and a Canadian penny?
No, it's right, because we're assuming that they're the same size.
Right.
Otherwise, it's pudgy.
Right.
An Israeli shekel and an American quarter, you know, in the dark.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but Pashas, it's mashvel when he says it's because the Gemara we're going to learn about some of this two shittas. One is ben Isser Lepunyan. Isser Lepunyan lachayr easy. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Yeah, it's a dime and a quarter. But then Chizkiah says no. Between Maluzma Shal Tzipoidi and Maluzma Shal Tveria, which is according to the Yochanan a certain coin. So why Tveria and Tzipoidi? I would think Pashas, because Tveria and Tzipoidi were not far away. No. So you can imagine that the coins, a quarter in Tzipoidi and a quarter in Tveria, Elamai, they were minted a little differently. This one it said as you have to have a light to tell the difference.
Tveria was less hilly. Tzipori was like on a cliff.
Exactly. Good. So you have to be able to. So you have to have a light that's strong enough, and you're close enough that you should be able to tell the difference of the matbei of this Medina and that Medina. Oh, now beautiful. Going back to the introduction, the minig Yisrael is that we look at the Tziparnaim. The mocker of this minig is in the Zohar. In order to see that I can have pleasure for this light. It's strong enough for the light to tell the difference of two matbeis, because I can see with this light I can tell the difference between my nail and my skin. And the emes is, it's not such a far out thing, because the whole thing that we're doing by the Eish is the Zecher Odom Rishon, which hit two rocks and out came fire. And Pirkei the Rebbe says that at that point he realized that he has no more his beautiful skin. Now he has kosnas oir. By the way, there's so therefore it makes sense that we should look at the difference between our nails and our skin. Agav, there is a beautiful medrash about this. And the medrash says, what does it mean? The Eibishter made kosnas oir. What does it mean? So what's the question of the medrash? Old Mefarshim explained the Pashta Kasha. What does oil mean?
Skin.
Skin. Whose skin? Whose skin? It was also to kill an animal. Whose skin? With the Eibush Stamaz, they killed an animal, took the skin and put it on That's what there's like 7.
It's Shabbos?
No, because it was also to eat meat at that time.
Who said they ate meat?
So the Eibush would kill an animal, take off the skin.
No,
and also the Eibush also there was
made a korban.
Maybe
the Eibush did a korban or something. Where he soaked it and he waited. He salted it till Sudas Mashiach. That's a kasha namais. What Eibush had a cheshbon. What is that?
By Sudas Mashiach, we won't worry.
The truth is, you have enough bateret. Well, I'll tell you, all the mefarshim come out to say that this is the pshat of the kasha in the medrash. The medrash says what was the Gemara medrash says kosnas oir. What was the kosnas oir? What do you mean? What's the question? What's kosnas? You don't know what oir means? Oir is leather. He took leather.
Doesn't say alei teina.
They were yisper al teina. Eibishter did him a favor and made him kosnas oir.
Oh, they made the clothes from alei
teina, and the Eibishter made him kosnas oir.
That's why Shabbos you were wearing kapot made out of pishin.
out of things that
That's
something else. Because then it's a mechai, and it's made out of meshi, because meshi is made out of, because we're oil and kedusha to higher.
It's not really a chai.
Right, but it comes out of.
It's higher. No reason why?
No, because it comes from chai. Most of the begodim come from tzemeach, and meshi comes from an animal.
What do you mean? Wool is also chai. I think it's because it's silk. I think the silk is because it's not. The butterfly comes from butterflies. No, a silkworm.
Silkworm, yeah.
Silkworm.
Yeah.
There's something.
No, because it comes from their etzem. It's like more.
Oh, right.
And then I think because the wool, it just grows out of them, and over here it comes like it's more.
But it was like being malas, some higher form from the Dalit.
No,
something higher.
So it can't be higher than chai. It's chai. It's not a medaber.
Yeah.
And which letter the Abishter made? He says O. Which O?
Yeah.
That's why.
Which O? Okay, you said the Abishter making from O. Which O?
Which oil? So then it says, you're asking, what do you mean the oil? Maybe the Abishter says he killed the Levyosan's twin. And he took the whole meat and he put a schmaltz herring, lost it lovely.
Or there was that animals that were fighting in the forest. That happens all the time.
Okay.
And he took the carcass from the zebra.
But the Medrash asks what was Kosnas Oil. There are many pshatim in the Medrash, and the Medrash finishes with Terosa Sheremeya Ksiv Kosnas Oil Ba'alef. That he made him a ksoinus from light. So not with the ayin, with the aleph. Kosnas Oil. Okay. So Chassidus.
Why would they zeichen?
Oh, so what was the exactly? So the Rebbe has a moedike word. It's a maimah we did Shabbos Shalosh Rudas. I think it was 4 or 5 weeks ago. We did this maimah. The Meir, it says that the Meir learned from his Rebbe was Nishtat Zagroisa Tzadik. Who was the Rebbe of the Meir?
Acher.
Well, how could you learn from him? The Gemara answers because Toiche Oschal, he was able to look at the Toich. Klipotza Zorak, he was able to look at the Toich. So some people look at the Marishan after the Aveda. What do they see? Oir. They see Mishcha de Chivya. They see the skin of a snake. They see Klippa. They see Aveda. But then it comes at Meir, which is Meir Einei Chachamim.
Oh.
And they see, what you see, Oir, they see, with an ayin, they see Oir mit an aleph. They see they see a potential for Baal Tshuva. Those are the greatest tzaddikim. It's befrat the tzaddikim before Mashiach Tzidkenu comes. They don't see oil mit an ayin. They see oil mit an aleph. When everyone else sees oil mishcha de chivya, they say no. This is not mishcha de chivya. This is an opportunity for Bia Baal Tshuva. So therefore, it's not going to be oil with the ayin. It will be oil with an aleph. So the emes is so lezecha that also as a shaykhis to the light of Motzei Shabbos. So again, noigem lastakel bet tzeparnaim liris yuch lahonas laoirei lahaker ben matbei lamatbei k'mosh makar ben tzeparnaim labasa v'oich tzeparnaim simon baracha chimporis v'robes liyoylam it's a simon baracha v'ish liberis b'tzermon and b'tzeparna yad yamin v'yechas hakoyz b'smoyla k'mosh nizmor b'simon reish tzadik v'ov. You only use the right hand. Anyone that was in 770 for all the years remembers. And for good measure, I looked at the videos. The Rebbe used to use both hands. He used to use both hands. And also some used to use both hands. But already we spoke about this. That l'choyre, the pshat is like this. The Mishnah Brura says that it's important to hold a kois when you do boidem in Ipsamim and boidem ereish. Why? Because
the Rebbe just said it
has to be mavdal ala kois. The Rebbe says it, right?
Yeah.
No, but he says alum this why. Because the Gemara says that these things done ala kois. So it's mashma that it's yayin, yayin, and ner and besamim. It's all ala kois, says the Mishnah Berurah. So mainly you have to hold the kois.
Yeah, but there's also a story. Okay, I'm sorry.
Right, but
story that's more kfiyas. Like you made the bracha, so don't let go.
You could. That's your story.
No, I saw that.
It could be. I'm just saying.
So I written it down.
It could be. There could be a. I'm just saying.
Put it down.
But therefore, no, don't put it down because you see the Alter Rebbe says, "V'yesh liris b'tzipona yad yamin, v'yechaz hakois b'smoil." You should still hold on to the kois. So you could say other reasons. The Mishnah Berurah says this reason, but whatever the reason may be, the point that Rebbe didn't do that. The Rebbe put it down the
Put the cup
kois.
down.
Okay, so
Yeah.
why? We spoke about this. Because the emphasis, the Gemara says, Bashama and Hillel argue, and they both say that you hold the kois in the other hand, b'smoil.
Right.
We said that the Prisha says that why do you have to hold the kois in the other hand? Because those days they didn't have tables. They didn't. They took
Where you
already.
gonna put the-
Where are you going to put it? You can. What do you put it in your pocket? You can put it on the floor. So therefore, you're holding on to the kois. So Ebazoi, that's only in the Zman Hashas. They took away the Shulchanas Ketana. What are you supposed to do with the? So when you do B'odem Ereish, B'odem Samim, you're supposed to hold the kois in the other hand. But Bizman is that we have tables. You can put it on the table. So if you learn like this, it's a technical thing. So then, what's the
So
big
why
deal?
did Rebbe do the hold the some with two hands though?
Why? Why? Pashtus, because of the chshivus of the mitzvah to do it with both hands, and why with one? If you say that, like the Mishnah Berurah, or other reasons,
You don't hold the becher
For
with two
other
hands.
reasons.
You don't hold the becher with two hands.
When you
no,
make
but
B'odem
no,
Samim.
it says you should be mesayeya when you put up the becher.
We don't do that.
For the chshivus of the mitzvah. We do it.
Pick it up with the right hand.
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that whole thing, because it's the chshivus of the mitzvah is brought like a koisha bracha to show that you're doing it with both hands. And lamai b'shas the etzel bracha, it doesn't look good that you're holding it with two hands. It's like,
Yeah.
But you're supposed to give the schus to both your hands to get misasik with the mitzvah. Okay, so Lepol, that was the Rebbe's minig in the later years. That's why the Rebbe L'chayre used both hands for B'odem Ereish and both hands for B'odem Samim, because he held that it was only a technical thing that Basham Basil said that you hold it to the guy's smile.
Then you put the cup down, then you take
Before Basamim, he said B'odem Priyagofim, the Rebbe used to put the guys down.
Right.
And
Hold down
then
the psalmim.
Samim, and then B'odem Ereish with both hands. With both hands.
No, B'odem Samim, put it down, then hold the cup, B'odem Ereish, put it down.
No. He used to say B'odem Ereish, put the cup down.
Samim, put it
Samim, and then he didn't look at the cup. Then B'odem Samim, B'odem Ereish, and then pick up the cup again. But Pashtus, as I said, like the Prisha, that holds that there's not a cheshivas to hold the kois b'shas B'odem Ereish, B'odem Samim. But the Shulchan Aruch holds, like the Mishnah Berurah svara, whatever, or other svaras you could say, that no, there's an inyan dafka to have the kois.
We even fill up the cup more before.
Right, he'd fill up the cup more. V'yesh li with tzipona yad yamin v'yechza kois b'smoil v'noy l'stakal b'kapas yadayim shesh b'sirturtei yad simen l'zborach boy v'yesh likfei fadal l'tzbos al ha'goydel l'toich kaf yad shozorei tzipona im ha'kaf vas achas. That this way you could see the skin and the contrast. והנה רואה עוז פני אצבוס שבפנים אלו אחריהם ששם הציפורניים ויש נוהגים לפשט אחרי חדל אצבוס לס מאחריהם על הציפורניים. So they do kofuf and then poshut. Why kofuf and then poshut? Again, two reasons. One of the Goinim say because choshech and then becomes oir, and the other is that the Rebbe brings from other Goinim that my hands were tied, I couldn't do malacha, and now my hands are open, I could do malacha. But the ikir is that we should be zoichet to do like Reb Meir, that unser Torah is aleichet zayin kosnas oir, that we shouldn't see the mishcha, the shchivya, we shouldn't see our guf as a but we should see the opportunity, not we should see the oir that we could make from choshech. There's a yisna oir. There's a bigger light. There's dafka when it comes to Motzah Shabbos, and Adam Rishon saw that he made choshech in the world. But then he realized that he could do tshuva, so he realized that this oil is even more choshev. This oil is even more choshev. So we should all be zoicha that we should have kosnas oil with an olive.